Hello IELTS trainers. In this video, we will learn how to upload reading and listening tests on your WordPress website. So I have already installed IELTS LMS in my WordPress website, and in this video, we are gonna create something similar to it. We will see how to add paragraph, how to enable notepad option, countdown timer in the reading test. Also, we will learn how to add different type of questions in reading. IELTS reading has around 10 to 11 type of questions. So there is locating information type question, yes, no, not given type question, single choice, multiple choice. Also, we will learn how to upload a question like summary completion, complete the table, flow chart, diagram. So all type of questions will be covered in this tutorial. After user submits the test, he can see the score on the screen. So we will also enable the band score settings in the test. At the bottom, there's an option to see the score and explanation. This is what users see after they submit the test. Now each question has two buttons, location and explain. When user click on location, it show user the location in the paragraph. So if I want to see the location of question number 1 in the paragraph, this is where my answer is. This is the location of question number 4. Each question also has the explain button. So we will also learn how to add explanation for each question. We'll also see how to upload listening tests, how to enable MP3 file. When user click on play, he can hear the audio and answer all the questions one by one. After submitting the test, similar to reading, he will see the score, and under the explanation, user can see the transcript of the audio on the left side. And similar to reading, we have location and explanation in the listening test as well. So we will set up everything in this tutorial. So if you have installed IELTS LMS on your WordPress website, then type / IELTS admin after the URL. It will take you to the IELTS admin dashboard. Now here you can see all different type of categories: reading, listening, writing, and speaking, where we will add the test. Click on quizzes, and here we have list of all the tests which I've already added on the software. To add a new test, click on add new quiz. Now the first option is to add quiz title. So I'm going to name it as demo quiz 1. Below that there's the timer settings. So I'm adding full mock test of 1 hour. If you are adding sectional tests, you can set the timer to 15 minutes or 10 minutes and click on publish. After publishing the test, you will see two new options, sections and questions. So now we will learn how to add the paragraph on the left side and how to add questions on the right side. So I'm starting with section first. For that, click on sections. Now, full mock test usually has 3 sections. So you can add all 3 sections one by one. For that, click on add section. By default, the naming will be section 1, so you can keep it as it is. And here you can add sectional content or the paragraph content. So I'm going to copy the content here and paste it in the content section. And you can also do some sortings. Like if you want to highlight any phrase, you can highlight it. You can also use the italic option. You can add the image in the paragraph. So they're all WordPress editor option available. After adding the paragraph, click on publish. Once it's done, you would see a new option, add questions, below the section. For that, click on add question. So the first step, we have successfully added our paragraph. Now the next step, we will learn how to add different type of questions. Now on the right side, there are few options. First is notepad option, then there is the question instructions, and then there are questions. So let's start with the instruction and notepad option first. To add a new question, click on add new. Here it will ask us to assign this section. So this first question belongs to section 1. We have already added one section, therefore it's only showing section 1. To enable the instruction, toggle on the instruction section and here add the instructions. So I'm going to copy all these instructions here and paste it on the instruction section. Now below that, there's also an option to enable the notepad. Below notepad, there's an option to add question and choose answer type. IELTS LMS has 3 answer types, which is single choice, multiple choice, and fill in the blank. You often see 11 type of questions in IELTS test, which is matching heading, locating information, yes and not given, and few other options. So I have categorized all the IELTS question types in these 3 categories. For matching heading, locating information yes or not given, we are going to use single choice select type. This is how it appears in the front end. For the matching headings, user will select the right heading and name it along with the paragraph. So for that, we can use select type option. Also, in locating information, user will select one of these options, which is mapping with the name of the paragraph. And similarly, in yes, no, not given or true, false, not given option, you can use the select type. So it has a select field. Therefore, we are going to use select type option. So I'm going to use single choice, select type. Below answer type, you can add your options here. So let's add first question. So I'm going to use yes, no, not given question and type it here. Now choose the answer type. So we are going to use single choice select type. It has three options: true, false, and not given. To add new option, click on add more option and enter the second option here. And the final option is not given. Select the correct answer and below that set enable the points for this question. By default, all IELTS question has 1 point. And the last field is question explanation. Here you can enter the explanation of the question. You can also add media file. After adding up all the fields, click on save question or edit question. So our first question has been added successfully. Now to view what we have done so far, click on quizzes. This is the test that we are adding. Click on preview icon. Here we can see our first question. Here's a paragraph that we've added in the section. Here is the instruction of the question, and we have added yes, no, not given question in select type. Select type option can be used to add matching heading questions and locating information questions. Now let's learn how to add single choice question which has 4 options and user can select one and the appearance will be more like a radio buttons. For that, go back to the questions page again and at the bottom there is an option to add a new question. Click on add new question and here if this question has instruction you can enable that, else you can add the question directly. So I'm going to copy this question and paste it here. Earlier we used select type option, but now we will gonna use reduce option. It has 4 options. After adding all the options, choose the correct answer. Give this question a point. Add the question explanation and click on publish. So we have added a question number 2. Go to your preview page and refresh it. So here we cannot see our question. Let's see what's the problem. So I haven't assigned a section to this question. Now save it again and refresh it. So we can see our second question here, which has 4 options and user can select one. Now what if I want to add a multiple choice option wherein user can choose more than 2 options as the correct answer? How to enable that? Now I'm going to add a third question here. Click on add new question. Select the section for this question. Enable the instruction if it has and copy the questions. Select the answer type. So in this question, we are going to use multiple choice. And here we are going to add options. So I'm going to add 4 options here. Now out of 4 options, you can select multiple answer as correct options. So I'm going to use first and third as my correct answer. These both options are of 1 mark each. Therefore, when I add points here, I will select this option, point for each correct option. Now add the explanations here and click on publish. Now go back to your preview page again, refresh the page, and here we have third question. Here I can select more than one option. You can also see user cannot select more than 2 options here because we have only chosen 2 options as the correct answer. So user will not be able to select more than 2. The third answer type in IELTS LMS is fill in the blank. Using fill in the blank option, we can add multiple questions of reading, such as summary completion, complete the table below. This is how it appears in the front end. This is complete the e-sentence type questions. We can also add diagram type questions using this fill up option. Questions such as complete the flowchart below or complete the table, etc., can also be added using fill in the blank. So let's learn how to add fill ups. There are three cases to use fill up. First case is when there is one correct answer. For example, the answer is football. In this sentence, I love football. So we will put answer in curly bracket. Software will convert football as a blank. Second case is when there is more than one correct answer. Let's say the answer is football and cricket. We will add both the answer in square bracket and close it in curly bracket. And third case is when there are more than 2 or 3 answers and each has separate points. We will add all options one by one to learn it. Now I'm going to add first question which has one correct answer only. Go to your question page and paste the question here along with answer. Click on save. Now if you come here and you refresh the page, we have our sentence I love and the answer which was in curly bracket has been changed to the answer field. Now similarly, if the same question has 2 correct answers, in this case user can either type cricket or football. So I'm going to replace this sentence with my second sentence which has 2 answers. So user either type first or second option. Both options are correct. And the last case is when there are 3 or 4 blanks in the same question. Let's see how it works. Now I'm going to use the third case. Now it has 3 blanks: football, 5 p.m. and school team. If user enter football, he get 1 point. And if you type all the correct answers in this question, he gets the 3 point. So there's 1 point assigned to each option. So for that, we are going to use this option, point for each blank, and click on save. Now refresh the page again. And here you can see we have 3 blanks. So if user type cricket, 5 p.m. and school time, he get 3 points for this question. Now this is the best way to optimize your time. You do not need to create 3 separate questions in order to add 3 separate fill in the blanks. You can use it in one option. Okay. If question have image like this is the diagram type question, you can upload the image as well. For that, click on add media, upload the file from your computer and open it. So I'm inserting this image in the question. To change the size of the image, click on the image and click edit. And here you can set the size. So I'm going to make it full size. Below the image, there are total 6 questions and each having separate answers. So you can add all the answers here in the curly brackets. So here goes your answer 1 and then answer 2 and answer 3. Similarly, you can add n number of answers here. This image will display like this to the student, and all the answers that you're adding in the curly bracket below the image will change to fill in the blank. Let's preview what we have done so far. So our passage is working fine. We have questions on the right side. After answering the questions, let's submit the test. And immediately it will display the score on the screen. So it's working perfectly fine. I answered one option as correct. It has 7 questions. So the answer type is band score here, and the time I've spent is 0 because I am previewing the test as an admin. Click on score and explanation. Now each question has explain button and it's showing explanation that we have added. Now let's learn how to enable the locate option. When I click on locate, it will take user to the location of the answer. Let's say I want to add this phrase World War II as the location of this answer. How to do it? For that, go to your section. I want to highlight World War II as the location of my question 1. I want to highlight World War II as the answer of my question 1. So close the entire phrase in curly bracket first. The second step is to close the phrase in square bracket and add 1 in the square bracket. So entire phrase is enclosed in curly bracket and answer and input is closed in square brackets, and click on update. Now go back to your answer page again and click refresh. So here you can see our location is working. When I click on locate, it will highlight the answer in the paragraph. Similar steps will be used to add listing test. User can see the same type of questions here. There's single choice, multiple choice, fill in the blank, image type questions. After submitting the test, users see the score and explanation. And also there are explanation for each button. Also there is explanation for each question. Now to enable the location, we have added the transcript on the left side. To enable the transcript on the left side, we use the same method that we used in reading tests to add the sectional content. So this is how listening tests are added. It also has sections, and within the sections we have added the transcript. Now this transcript will only be visible to the user after submitting the test. So it will not be usable before. The only additional option is audio file in the listening. So go to the quizzes and you would see a third option, a third icon to enable the audio. So click here and you can either add Google Drive link, or you can upload the audio, or you can also add the audio file. Using the same method, you can add sectional test, practice test, mock test with a different timer at different scoring type. You can add a separate section on your website where you can display free mock tests or paid mock tests. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment below, or you can also contact the support team. For that, I have added the URL in the description. We'll see you in the next tutorial.